Welcome to NEXTGames Ambuscade series, a soloist guide to February 2022's challenges. Now I already released a video yesterday going over my initial findings on these two runs, but once I got to doing them today on my Ninja with Ambuscade Gear, I realized different guidance should be given to newer and returning players to take this month's challenges on, so that's what the purpose of this guide will be for. Let's see what's different. Now we shall start with Volume 1 against the course. Now yesterday when I was doing this on easy difficulty, and hearing that he would charm you on very easy as well, I was afraid new players were going to have a really tough time this month. Fortunately, after doing a few runs, I can see that there are a few things that make this much easier to do than the easy difficulty, and that most should be able to take this on this month actually much quicker than even they can take on Volume 2. Now the first thing is, ads don't spawn in the very easy difficulty, so you won't need to contend with that at the 90 and 35% hit point thresholds. Additionally, it does not look like the single target charm ability that dooms you is used at all. This makes it so you can tank this difficulty quite easily. The last change is that even though AoE charm is used, it does not doom you, so the only real negative to being charmed is that you lose your trust, and you'll have to fight for the remainder of the run solo. That isn't as bad as it sounds though, as you can actually take him from about 75% hit points to 0% in just about a minute or so after that charm wears. This is due to the fact that you'll now be able to do substantially more damage than you were before you were charmed. I recommend sticking with a two-step skill chain for this entire run. So you really have two options when it comes to taking this one on. You can either lessen the TP you give him and therefore increase your chances of charm being used. This allows you to keep up the trust for as long as you can in this fight. Now in my first example, you will see me using this strategy by only using Sylvie as my trust for the entire run. This makes for a longer but safer run and also serves to emphasize how easy this one is to take on this month at this difficulty. Now, alternatively, you can summon just a single healer and a bunch of DD trust that will flood the mob with TP and get them to charm rather quickly into this run. This will allow you to deal much more damage after that charm wears and finish the run in just 2 to 3 total minutes. My second example will show you an example of using this method. Now in regards to Volume 2, this seemed quite easy yesterday when I did it with my well-geared ninja. When I tried to take it on with my Ambuscade Gear only ninja, the fight took a very long time to complete with yesterday's strategy. To cut down on that amount of time, I've determined some things you can do to speed up this run. First, the trust you use are critical. You want 2 tanks for redundancy and so that you can focus on dealing damage. And then either the combination of Sylvie, Sethus, and Shantoto 2, or Yoran Oran, Joachim, and Arcelia. Now you're going to want to focus all your damage on the main NM, even when the ads spawn. You will want to use 2-step skill chains again on this one, so that hopefully Shantoto 2, if you're using them, will be able to assist with damage. Now at some point, a while after that evil eye pops, skill chains you'll notice will start to hit for 0 damage. When this happens, your damage output is being affected and you want to switch over to that evil eye and take him down to 1% hit point to freeze it. Now switch back to the main NM and keep killing it. Now even when the eye wakes, don't bother damaging it again until the skill chain damage stops again. There's usually a good period of time after he unfreezes that you still have to do skill chain and magic damage. When that skill chain damage does start hitting 0 though, go ahead and switch back to him and once again take him down to 1%. Now you usually don't need to deal with the imp at all, but just as a general practice and to make life easier, I've actually been taking him down to 1% hit point right after I take the evil eye down to 1% the second time. I then don't even bother with the imp for the rest of the run. You're going to see an example of exactly what I mean and how I pull this off in our third battle example. That should be all you need to know to solo this month. Go ahead and enjoy the runs, everyone. that's going to be it for the Soloist Guide to the February 2022 Ambuscade. I hope you found that helpful. NEXTGames now is a Discord channel for discussions on everything Final Fantasy XI. If interested, please join us for the discussion. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through the Patreon page or the NEXTGames merch shop. Links to all of these things can be found on the NEXTGames YouTube banner. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great month. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.